in Jewish custom since the time in which the bride would have a veil. And what in Jewish custom they would do at a given point, the veil would be taken off of her by her father. And he would place it on the shoulder of the husband-to-be. The father is indicating through this ceremony that it was my responsibility to cover her. Because only virgins were white and a veil. I don't know what they doing these days. Coming down, belly poked out, Snow White dress on. First child, a ring bearer, second child. Got a veil on. It is an indication as a father, I've covered her all this life. Now I take the veil off and lay the responsibility of her on you.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
And his name shall be called. Now, the list that he gives us is not what was going to be on his birth certificate, but rather the characteristic in which we can look for in this one responsible for us. Here it is. Wonderful Counselor. Now, I know in your King James Version, you see the word wonderful, then you see a comma behind it. There's been some great study on that and some differences on whether or not that comma should have been placed there or not. I'm under the impression, based on all of the rest of them, it should not have been. Now, it doesn't mean that he's not wonderful. But the implication is of what kind of counselor he would be. He is the kind of counselor that is wonderful. He's a wonderful counselor, meaning that a counselor is one who gives advice, whose words are held in honor and high esteem, and that gives direction for action or thought. In other words, when you go to a counselor, you're looking for someone to advise you in a matter that you yourself do not know how to handle. And that you are willing to submit to their advice because you view it as wise and valuable. It doesn't make any difference to ask me for counseling when what you really want to know is all what I think. And that's why when folk come to me, they get mixed up, because if I don't agree with them, then all of a sudden, I don't know what I'm talking about. But they didn't really come to me for counseling. They came to get a partner in their argument. But when you want counseling, you have already come to the conclusion, I don't know how to handle it. And I need some wise advice. I need somebody with some wisdom in this matter to give me the instructions of how to deal with this problem. Can I tell you, 99% of the problem that folk come with, you need to do something about it and not somebody else. It's something that you're going to have to change about you. And let that 1% person deal with their 1%. Listen, the Lord said this: first take the plank out of your own eye. Then you can see clear enough to help your brother with the speck in his eye. And he is a wonderful counselor. Anybody discover him to be that? A wonderful counselor. Has he ever instructed you on what to do when you didn't know what to do? Have he ever helped you get out of stuff that you got yourself in but didn't have enough sense to get yourself out of? wonderful counselor. This word wonderful has to deal with beyond our imagination. It has to deal with stuff that blow our mind. And when the Lord advises us to do stuff, it blows my mind. Because sometimes when I say, Lord, I need, he says, give. I said, Lord, maybe you didn't hear me. I need it. He said, I know, give this. Lord, that person, Lord, you know that person did this. He said, yeah, you forgive them. Wait, Lord. Well, they didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing to them. I know you forgive them.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
And the advice that the Lord gives after we learn how to submit and follow what he said do, it blows my mind. I don't know how he can do more with a 10 than I can do with the 90 I got. I don't know how he takes. He just said, listen, bring them 2 little fish and 5 loaves.